Hey, this is Denise, and this is a semi-short tutorial about Google IDs and how to bookmark them to save you some time. So, in the God-given day, a virtual assistant has to touch a lot of client information, and sometimes that's stored in Gmail, in Google Drive. Sometimes a client gives us our own email address, Google Calendars. So we're talking about Google today. And so here's what I want you to consider. Save yourself some time by bookmarking each of those Google products that you use for a different client. And I'm going to show you how that works. It's pretty easy, and in the blog post as well as the end of this video, I will put the specific examples for you to copy and paste into your bookmarking efforts. So the first thing we're going to look at is, let's look at my Gmail account. Okay, you can see up in this top corner here that there is a out of the office virtual assistants logo in the top left corner, and way over here on the right hand corner is a cute little avatar of me looking kind of from the side. Okay, so, and you can also see that I have these cute little figurines and a cute little backdrop. Okay, well, let's say I wanted to go to another Google product that's in Gmail for another client. I would have to click on my avatar, and I would have to select the account that I wanted to go to. And for this example, we're going to use my Score account. And then I would have to wait for that to open up. If you're someone who doesn't leave a lot of tabs open in Google Chrome, you will find that you're going to save yourself about 20 seconds every day by bookmarking these. 20 seconds a day times the average work week actually comes out to, let's say you do it 5 times a day, per one client. We'll just use one client, just specifically opening Gmail. You're going to save yourself about 8.5 hours a year. That's more than a day's worth of work. That means you could spend a whole day at the spa in the time it takes you to open up another tab for another account with Google products. Kind of a pain. Yes, I do know you can use Outlook. Yes, I do not use Outlook because it's just a pain to manage mobilely when you have all those accounts. Okay, so you can see now that looking at this Gmail account up in the top left corner here, I have the Score logo. Over here, my avatar is different. It's a nice pretty blue background. Okay, got it. Easy. So here's what we want to do. First, I want you to get used to looking at the URLs of where you're going. Back here on my oofva account, you can see that this is user 0. This is the first account that I've logged into. So if I were to go ahead and sign out of all of the Google products, this was the first one I would re-log into. Over here in the Score account, you can see that this is U7. That means I have at least 7 different Google IDs that I've authenticated, and this is the 7th one. So I'm sure you're asking yourself now, okay, so I'll just bookmark that. No, don't, and here's why. If you bookmark this and then say you clean your cache, clean your cookies, you sign completely out of Google, the order that you sign back into Google determines what this number is. So if you go ahead and bookmark this and bookmark it as Score email, but then you go ahead and you re-log in, and it's only the second one you log in, that 7 is going to change to a 1 or a 2, maybe a 3. So it'll log you into a different account. That's what I'm getting at. So here's how we change that up. First thing we're going to do, we're just going to go to our normal Gmail account, and let's bookmark it. I'm going to bookmark it right on my bookmarks bar. Okay, we can see it right here. Next, we're going to right click on that and we're going to edit it. First, I'm going to give it a better name. And then you can see here it still has that user 0 in there. So what I'm going to do is simply something along the lines of, I'm going to, and this information is going to be posted at the end of the video as well as in the blog post. You're going to change that URL, and instead of being user 0, we're going to change that to authorized user and put in that specific email address. Now this will work with, in this instance, my Score volunteer domain is actually managed through Google Apps for Work. So it works for that. It could also work for something as basic as dduquette@gmail.com. It can work for Gmail or Google Apps for work account. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save that. Now you notice that it says score email here, and when you mouse over it, you can see the different email address list. Okay, so let's test it. I'm going to open up a new tab over here, and I'm going to click that. And I'm going to wait, because it takes a little bit of time to open. And look, it says it's opening up that Score email account right away. Now to verify that we're still using the different account, let's compare again. White background as opposed to the cute little background, because I like cute. It has the Score logo in the top corner as opposed to the Out of the Office logo. It has the avatar on the blue background as opposed to the little side smile icon. So, awesome. We've got it bookmarked. Now, anytime I want to go to Score email, all I have to do is click that button and it'll open up. Now, this also works for other Google products, and that's what we're here to talk about as well. So, looking closely at these next couple of screens, you can see that this is my Google Calendar. Again, up in the top corner, we have my Out of the Office logo, little side smile avatar. Google Drive, same thing, logo and avatar. Google Photos, over here we just look at the avatar. And Google Plus, again, logo, avatar. So we're going to employ the same process. So looking at Google Calendar, we're going to bookmark it, we're going to edit it, and we're going to change this to be Score Calendar. And we're going to update it with the authenticated user ID. Well, let's check to see if that works. Gonna wait and let that open up. And it opens up. Piece of cake. All right. So Google Drive, we'll do the same thing there. I'm going to bookmark it. I'm going to edit it. And it'd be great if I could spell or type, take your pick. When I click on that now, you're going to see that it's going to pull up the Score information, the Score logo, the Score Drive, and everything else. Different avatar, different logo. Okay, next, Google Photos. It's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and I've already got this bookmarked. Oh dear. Let me bookmark this bar here. Okay, so now we have it here, and I'm going to go ahead and really edit it for sure. I'm going to change it from photos.google.com to actually adding in the authenticated user information. And in this case, I'm just using another Gmail account that I have. Now to test it out, you notice that the avatar has changed. I'm no longer looking sideways, but looking at the camera straight on. And finally, I'm going to do the same thing with Google+. Here you'll notice that it still has my Out of the Office logo in the corner and the side smile over in the other corner. I'm going to bookmark this here on the bookmarks bar. I'm going to right click it and hit edit. And I'm actually going to add my other Google Plus account, because as most of you know, there have many of us started out Google Plus with a Gmail account, and then when we found out that we were going to switch to Google Apps for work, yeah, we couldn't set up another account. But here we go again. Back to the Google Plus logo as opposed to the Out of the Office logo and the different avatar. So that's the scoop. Bookmark all of your different Google product accounts for your different clients. Maybe set them all up in a folder so that if you want to see your email account for Jane Doe's coaching practice, you can just go right to her folder and click it, and then click her Google Drive and her calendar and all of those kind of things. But I hope that helps you out, and thanks for watching.